Hello and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're here with some fun, hot topics. Hot off the heels of Charla Nash coming up in our text messages this morning in the group chat.
Yeah, I thought that had been discussed already, but that must have been the other group chat.
Who doesn't know about Charla Nash? I think about her almost every day.
Okay, so, I mean...
Travis the monkey... I mean, if you know exactly who we're talking about, you are our people. Okay, we're splitting hairs.
I don't want to misrepresent Travis. Right. R.I.P.
You don't want the chimp heads coming back at us.
Oh,
right?
God, no, careful. But remember that video, the TikTok of Isaac on that spinning?
I know what you're going to say. You don't even have to.
It sounds like the 911 call. That's what his screaming sounds like. That's the first thing I thought of, but I just didn't want to say it on the group text. So
go and follow Positively Awesome Isaac if you're not following already, because we got a countdown going.
He ate some bad pancakes the other day.
On his mom.
Or wait, what was he eating? It was something bad. Something he didn't like.
It was a breakfast for dinner at this diner that they went to, and it was like a barbecue pork with pancakes, which does not sound good at all. No.
And
it's a horrible combo.
Dee decided to film him eating the entire thing, like catching up, like, how was it, sir? Did you like it, sir?
He was very excited to start. He's like, wow, this honey is very spicy. And then we cut to him halfway through the meal, and he just, the beginning just goes,
he's upset, yeah.
Oh boy, I don't think I like this. And I'm like,
we've all been
it's
there.
Not sitting well. Yeah. You better get out of that diner toot sweet. Yeah. Ooh boy, but
I have a little update before we get into actual hot topics. That crab cakes is coming in 1 week from today. This is insane that this is actually happening.
Amanda has a gentleman caller coming to visit from New York City. New York City?
No, I think he was in Arkansas now.
Oh, crab cakes is going into further into the mainland.
The deep south. Yes. Is that deep south?
No.
What's the deep south? Like Texas?
I think like Mississippi.
That's not Arkansas?
Georgia, Louisiana. No, Arkansas. It's like
they're all
towards the
center in my head.
It's above Texas.
Sure.
Where's
I know where
Oklahoma?
Arizona is.
Wait, hold on. I got my maps over here. I can refer to.
For this kind of purpose. This is the kind of thing where, like, you're talking to someone. Like, we checked in with each other a bunch.
Because you were kind of seeing him in New York casually.
Yeah, but dude, I was thinking of this. We went on maybe 8 dates ever. Mm-hmm. And now we're, this is going to go.
And we named him Crab Cakes
south.
Because you went on a date where you're supposed to have ordered crab cakes.
No, I was supposed to order something else, and then I got the crab cakes and went rogue, and then I had diarrhea. So anyway, this isn't going to be like the mole weekend, which is if you guys want to check out our feeling hot episode. It won't be like that because I genuinely do like this person, but still it's a week.
It's a one-way ticket, Amanda.
You guys, you're really focused on that one-way ticket.
She thinks I'm crazy for getting hung up on this fact that he ordered a one-way ticket.
He's coming for work.
And he's staying with you.
But he is coming for work. It's not just, well, I guess it is kind of just to see me. Guys, it's the kind of thing where you're talking to someone like, hey, maybe let's hang out. Oh yeah, maybe you should come to Calgary sometime. And then he just bought the ticket. He bought it. He already has a hotel booked in Lake Louise.
The menu at the restaurant there looks pretty good. It's very small. It's like a seasonal chef sort of thing.
I'm going to ask if they have crab cakes.
You do need to ask if there's crab cakes. Otherwise, I would go with a beef tenderloin, obviously.
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. And then once we get back to Calgary, his work is paying for him to get some amazing hotel downtown. And I'm like, oh, that'll be fun. And he's like, well, you can stay with me too. And I'm like, I literally was like, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. I can't commit to the entire 5-6 days.
So he's moving into a long-term Airbnb.
Yep.
And you might be moving in with him.
He's moving into the Calgary Tower, in fact.
Well, I'll tell you what, it might be a good time for your aunt to come and finish that painting that she's been doing over the course of literally the last 12 months.
I looked up mugs
It has been 12
today,
months.
yesterday on Google because we had a bet, and when my aunt was going to finish painting, and whoever won the bet gets a mug. Mm-hmm. So,
and I won almost 30
but you
days
haven't
ago.
really won.
The bet was July 31st.
Yeah, but I would say once she comes back to actually paint, then that would be
No, she's already past it. You've already lost.
But if she never comes back, then she's done painting.
She's coming back. She's gonna touch some things up.
Okay. Oh, by the way, did I talk about were we talking about this on this podcast about that dead body smell in my house?
Ooh, I think we talked about it all last week. But you found out the source of the smell. I figured out what it was.
Thank God, because it was really starting to fester. But I had this like tiny little like shag carpet that Walter had diarrhea on.
Oh my God.
And I put it in the washer, in the washing machine, which I know you're not supposed to do. But I mean, I was like, well, it fits.
Ew, throw it out.
Oh, I did. Well, actually, it's sitting out in my yard right now. I just don't have the energy to pull it out to the to the garbage can. But that's what it was. But I mean, it was really I was getting like really concerned that it was a dead body.
Well, you thought someone might have been living in your attic this whole time.
Well, they've
might be. Expired.
But they're still alive at this point. Somebody turned off that light bulb in my basement though.
I think it was just the fuse box.
Yeah, but then once the fuse box goes back on, wouldn't the light bulb turn on, or would you still have to click? Oh, okay. Well,
maybe not if it's like one of those pull things.
Maybe I should when Crab Cakes comes, I could get him to check my attic.
Yes, and then trap him in there. And then it could be like Cruel Summer.
That would be really fun.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I don't want a man living in my house.
Oh, it's happening. Well, you better get ready. Ugh. It's going to smell a lot worse than that diarrhea carpet.
Oh my God, this is going to be awful.
All right, well, listen. Anyway. Charla Nash came up, as she does.
Back to this, okay, yes. Yeah.
Right. I know that you're going to like this story. In St. Louis Obispo, California, cops usually have a prime suspect. See where I'm going here? In this case, it's a primate suspect.
Oh
the sheriff's office believes.
Or is this the article?
It was actually in the article, but I chuckled.
Actual copy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The sheriff's office believes it was a little capuchin. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Capuchin monkey that called 911 from a zoo last Saturday.
Okay.
A little monkey. The call disconnected and dispatchers tried to call and text back, but there was no response. So the deputies were sent to investigate. The address turned out to be the Zoo to You near Paso Robles, but the deputies found that no one there made the call. They finally deduced that a capuchin monkey named Route, depending on where you are in the country or nation.
How's it spelled?
World. Route.
It's a weird name for a monkey.
Had apparently picked up the zoo's cell phone, which was in a golf cart used to move about the property. We're told that capuchin monkeys are very inquisitive and will grab anything and everything and just start pushing buttons. The end. That's how that story ended.
Okay.
I think it's time to put the little monkeys back in the cage, perhaps. I don't like this running about stuff.
But that's the kind that like Ross had on Friends, like the little ones that like sit on your shoulder.
Or was that a rhesus monkey? That was okay.
No,
I just feel like it's a slippery slope because people in southwestern Japanese city have come under attack from monkeys that are trying to snatch babies, biting and clawing at flesh and sneaking into nursery schools. This is an actual story. The monkeys aren't interested in food, so traps haven't worked. They have targeted mostly children and the elderly. Quote, they are so smart and they tend to sneak up and attack from behind, often grabbing at your legs, which is also what the thing living under all of our beds do. Obviously, we know this.
That's what they drag you under.
Yeah, while confronted by a monkey, the instructions are, do not look them in the eye. Make yourself look as big as possible. That's not going to be very hard for me. Such as by spreading open your coat, then back away as quietly as possible without making any sudden moves.
I think that's bears.
Well, I'm pretty sure the monkey people reporting on this are giving us accurate information. A woman was assaulted by a monkey while hanging laundry on her veranda, Amanda. Another victim showed bandaged toes. Eesh. They were taken aback and frightened by how big and fat the monkeys were. Up to 15 pounds and 1.5 feet tall. How do you feel about that? I'm bringing this up to you because you always defend the animal, but that's pretty freaking terrifying.
No, I'm scared of monkeys because of Charlotte Nash. She should have made herself look bigger, I guess.
It's a chimpanzee, actually.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I was going to send you a picture of this type of monkey here. It's absolutely terrifying.
Are you on like bear TikTok? Like I constantly see. It might be because I'm in Canada now, but like all these people that like are like hiking and then a bear comes and you have to go, "Hey bear, hey bear, hey bear, hey bear."
I think it's just a Canadian thing, actually.
No, you say that so that you like let them know, like, I know that you're there, bear.
Cool.
I would shit my pants if there was a bear near me. Because of Grizzly Man, Amanda.
Oh, I saw that. That chilling. That was horrible.
And how much did we all like search for the actual audio? It doesn't exist, but...
Oh, I didn't. Well, it's up until a certain point, if I remember correctly, right?
I don't think so. No, he's like,
oh, I thought it was.
Let anybody listen to this ever. I was doing a French accent.
Oh, yeah. It's been a long time. I only listened to it one time. Okay, so you are not on the monkey side on this one. You're pro-human.
No, I'm never really pro-human, but I'm scared of monkeys.
Okay. I thought you used to love them because we watched that Kardashian episode for Total Request Podcast, and you loved it. She was just carrying around that chimpanzee. Remember Kris Jenner?
Was it a chimpanzee?
One. Yeah, it was like something she had up
probably
on.
A baby.
It was good.
I don't like monkeys, especially because when you go to the zoo, the gorillas are always jerking off, like while making eye contact with me.
I've never seen one jerk off.
Well,
I've seen them nurse their babies. You need to look more sexy
when you go to the zoo, I think.
Oh, I'm terrified of the gorilla. I think I fell into a gorilla enclosure in a past life. It had to have happened because I have such a visceral reaction when I'm around primates.
See, that's a conversation we had in the group chat last week. I'm completely team gorilla on all of those cases.
But the boy fell in.
Well,
and one of them at Brooklyn Zoo.
Well, don't be an idiot.
Well,
don't jump into the gorilla cage, kid.
Well, they're pretty freaking scary.
What did he think he was doing there?
What, the gorillas? What did they think the boy was doing?
No, what did the boy think he was going to do?
Probably like what Kris Jenner did. Like, oh, we'll just play together.
Also, the mom probably should have like looked up from her goddamn cell phone. I mean, that's really whose fault it was. I'm not implying the boy should have been murdered, but like
All right.
Harambe forever. God, do you remember what a big story that was? That was like that took over the world for like a week.
I think I had more news than like the pandemic.
Her name is Michelle Gregg. Like, I remember that. Because I was so mad. Oh, man, I looked up everything I could about her. She scrubbed herself right off the internet.
I was going to say, I bet you they changed their names.
That and the guy, that dentist that killed that lion.
Oh, yeah. Okay, whoa, this perfectly transitions into the next news that I had.
Oh, you got some lion news?
Remember when the founder of Papa John's, he got caught up in that too?
Do I know? Yes, Papa John Schnatter. They talk about him on Dobos all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, have you heard the big news about Papa John's?
Well, I remember in last January, he like did some weird viral video where he's like, I've eaten pizza for the past 45 days.
Okay, don't remember that, but they want to get people excited about pizza again.
Okay.
Papa John's has released a new type of food. It's a whole new item.
Oh, God,
I saw
this. I saw this on the Doughboys Facebook page, Amanda.
That's why I asked. Okay, so it's called a Papa Bowl. They include just the toppings for a number of pizza types, including garden veggie, Italian meats trio, and chicken Alfredo. Ugh. Insert Michael Scott quote here. Minus the round crust to hold them in. This seems like the worst kind of idea. This does not get people excited about pizza.
This is the type of thing that would have worked well in like the early 2000s when everyone was doing like Atkins.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the keto Guido, but I feel like people kind of do those hacks already. You know, where you're just like,
I mean,
okay,
you could
I'll
just get a pizza and peel the toppings off and eat it.
yeah, or like extra sausage, extra pepperoni, extra sodium, whatever. I'm seeing if I can send you a picture of this. It doesn't even look that appetizing. I was gonna say
you don't have to send me a picture. I've looked this up.
What I was thinking when they said Papa Bowl before I read it, I was like, oh, maybe it's like a Panera soup in a bread bowl thing, where like the crust is kind of the bowl.
That my stomach
which
just
still is gross.
turned imagining eating like
which is
toppings
still
out of a
gross.
bread bowl. Fucking nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Papa John's could just, change their recipes so that the pizza tastes good, and then they'll make money on that.
Well, I'm going to argue Papa John's, the best part about Papa John's is the crust.
Domino's is the best pizza.
Dip it in. Well, I'm just saying, like, it's not necessarily like the cheese or how they cook it. You get that bread and you dip it in that disgusting oil, garlicky lard concoction.
Doughboys has reviewed Pizza Hut 3 times, thrice. And each time it's gotten like it was the very first 1-star, 1 fork rating ever. Huh. It was like, it goes, you're like really acting like you care here.
No, I am listening to it. I'm just trying to think of the last time I had Pizza Hut. I mean, probably decades.
I honestly wonder
if
there are restaurants out there whose revenues actually go down because of Doughboys.
No,
it's a huge chain. It's a huge podcast. I would never go to Pizza Hut now again because of Doughboys. But Neil Campbell, on like their 5th episode or something, gave it unprecedented 1 fork review. And every time they've gone back since then, it's been like 1 to 2 forks.
Okay.
Out of 5.
I don't think stocks are going down because of Doughboys.
I wonder. I would love for someone to study that
tonight, knowing. Sure.
You think big pizzas are doing okay?
I can't remember the last time I had Pizza Hut. What I really like is Jet's Pizza.
I've never.
This is kind of like a newer thing. It's really good. I like they call it like 4-corner or 8-corner. I actually think it might be similar to Pizza Hut if I remember correctly, where it's like a little bit thicker or risier or something.
Now, you live in Michigan, Chicago. So are you into like a Chicago deep dish? I feel like it's just a
deep dish.
Really?
I mean, I don't order it every time, but yeah, I like a deep dish. I like a pan. I actually am not a big thin crust fan.
Oh, I love thin crust, Amanda.
I mean, like Rosati's thin crust. It's good, but it's not my first go-to.
Gotta be in the mood.
I like a big triangle.
Yeah,
but a deep dish or a pan, if you're in the mood for it, it hits the spot.
I don't think there's any, honestly, any local, just, small town, mom and pop pizza places in Calgary.
Yeah.
I think it's all chains.
Yeah, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's why we don't have a Pizza Hut, because we do have a lot of mom and pop pizza places around here. So maybe that's why. Have you heard the Sex and the City news?
Wait, what did that have to do with...
Just Like That?
Hang on. What did all of that have to do with the lion that got shot?
Well, you brought up hunting, and the Papa John's guy was a hunter. This was just
gotcha, okay.
Oh, because I thought,
segue.
You and I like food, so I thought that might be a fun item.
No, I know. I'm into it.
Yes.
I already knew, of course, though.
Okay, what about, and Just Like That? Did you hear that Aiden is coming back?
I did. Jesus Christ.
We're going to have to talk to Jen from Real Housewives Recaps on YouTube about this.
Yeah, I want to know what
we just recapped that episode with her. Go and check out her YouTube channel. She was super kind enough to have us on. We recapped the episode. I don't know what it's called, but Big comes and visits them at the cabin. It was called
Da Belle of Da Balls.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, we all agreed that Big is a monster. Carrie is the biggest monster of them all. And Aiden can get it. And he also didn't deserve any of this.
But how much? So they're gonna throw him through the ringer with Carrie for a 4th time now?
I guess.
Because I don't know if you remember, but he came back in the second movie.
Yeah,
in Dubai. They met each other in Dubai.
Yeah, did you say they kissed and he was married or something? So it's
he had been divorced, and then they kissed, and then she was Jodie, she was mad at Big because he wanted to put a TV in their bedroom, and they like to read together.
Gross!
Can you imagine?
I hate this.
That's how I picture you and Dave.
We actually pray together before we go to bed. We like. I like him to give me a blessing as like the leader of the household. It just like sets the tone, you know. I don't even know. I'm like choking on my own words as I'm saying that I can't even.
I'd rather die. Yeah.
A lot of weddings this weekend. Did you hear?
No.
Well, I know you're a huge Bachelor in Paradise head. I was gonna say fan,
but we did watch that, didn't we?
We actually did. We watched one season. On our Patreon, We Love to Hate TV, we did the whole Bachelor in Paradise season. That was actually fun. At first, we were like, who the hell are these people? Why do we care?
But then we got obsessed with it. Yeah. That was when I lived with Daphne for that 1 month.
Oh, that's right.
I remember Ron would watch it with me.
I remember Ron came down a couple times.
Yeah, he was really weird.
Anyway.
Not great on the mic.
Wells married Sarah Hyland this weekend.
Okay.
I know, great.
Honestly, guys, like you should look up her appearance on Drag Race because she was a guest judge.
You always say that,
and it's just the most awful, cringy shit you've ever seen.
She's like, I have a friend who's gay, so obviously.
She's like, I was literally raised by drag queens, and they're like,
sure.
Because she has like rich parents, and they lived in like Lower Manhattan.
Okay.
By the duplex. She was raised by drag queens.
Okay, well, I don't like that. And I also do not like that J-Lo and Ben got married again this weekend. They were already married in Vegas.
50.
Well, no, and they already got married in Vegas in July. But then they had like another big thing. An even bigger one. This is crazy.
It's dumb.
But listen, there's some scoop from her stylist, Courtney Victor. Get this. Quote, they all seemed like such a happy and cohesive family unit. She is absolutely flawless. It's unbelievable how beautiful she is. She just keeps saying, my husband. It's very cute. Okay, so you're paid to say she's so beautiful. She's like perfect. She's so perfect. And isn't it so cute how she calls him my husband? Probably because she's had so many husbands. Yeah. It's just easier to say my husband than keep them all straight.
Also, what a scoop. J-Lo's
gorgeous.
I
know, right? Right? They seem happy. She's flawless. It's unbelievable how beautiful she is. She says my husband. It's so cute.
Oh, God. Did you hear that both married couples on Love is Blind got divorced?
Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised, really.
Of course. And then Shake went on a podcast and, like, talked to... I kind of like that he's doubling down on this. Like, every time news comes out, he's like, I'm back.
Jesus.
I'm back to get
we all
my
forgot
insight.
About you.
Yeah.
I mean, we were so into it, but the minute it's done, no one remembers
Can you
who
name
you are.
5 people from that cast, even? I couldn't. Shake. What's the girl that he fucked over? I don't remember her name.
No idea. He would call her Deeps.
Deep D.
Deep D. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Anyone else? No idea.
Even the 2 that are in the news this week, I don't remember. Danielle and Nick. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Danielle's the one that would like wear like hot dog costumes and stuff.
God. Jesus.
I remember that. He's like, so you have a party and your guests show up and you're just like in a hot dog costume, and she's like,
uh-huh.
I mean, I think that's funny. That is funny.
It is funny, but I mean, come on. I'm trying to think of anything else. Gary Busey. Did you hear this one? Shocking. He was accused of assaulting women during like some sort of I don't know, it's like a Comic-Con or one of those sort of things at a DoubleTree Inn.
Oh, God. That's some sad shit.
The most exclusive. But he denies it. Nothing happened. Come on. I thought he died, actually.
I think he has a traumatic brain injury.
Right. But
not that gets him off the hook, but like,
yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my God, he's still alive. I
wasn't
swear
he on
that he
like
died.
The Surreal Life, or maybe he was on Celebrity Apprentice, or maybe he was on both.
I think he was on, unless I'm mixing him up with, was it Jeff Conrad?
I was just thinking.
Jeff Conway.
He died.
Dr. Drew. Yeah, I think I was conflating the two of them.
Do you know that he was the original Danny in Grease on Broadway? And then in the movie, he plays Kaniki.
Oh, we're talking about Conway. Okay.
We're talking about Conway. But then they took his one song, Kaniki sings Grease Lightning, and then they took it away and gave it to fucking John Travolta. So it's like he gets demoted to Kaniki, and then he doesn't even get to sing fucking Grease Lightning.
Kaniki could get it back then.
Yeah.
I almost like choked on that. Try saying that. Kaniki can get it. It's like very back in the glottal region.
Kaniki can get it. I was fine with it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that every song in Grease could end with ooh? Every
does?
Every song in Grease
like it
could end like that. Like every song in Grease has the exact same chord changes.
Wow, I didn't know that. Did you know that every word in Hawaiian ends with a vowel?
Really? I did not know that. Aloha.
Uh-huh. That's true. Aloha. I threw that fact out there when I was watching the Manti Te'o Untold documentary that I watched for a second time because I watched it with my daughter.
That's a great documentary.
Yeah. And so I started throwing out words like Kilauea, Hawaii, Oahu, all vowels. Yeah. Hawaii.
You just say
I'm like a local.
Do you know that Bette Midler is Hawaiian?
No.
She's
Are you
born
saying
in
that
Hawaii.
because apparently I look like Bette Midler because I had a piano singer tell me that one time? And I was like, okay, I was just complimenting you and your beautiful voice. Thanks for that.
Yeah, she's from Hawaii. My dad told me that.
Like she was born in Hawaii?
Like, yeah.
Or she has like lineage?
She was born in Hawaii.
Okay. I totally did that. I had a roommate in college. We were just casually talking about something. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I would like really love to just like travel like Central America or go to Chile. And I lost it. And to this day, I have never let her live it down. Chile. I just, oh God, I don't know, because he had to be there. But I was like, Jesus.
No, that's
like
one.
Giada de Laurentiis and prosciutto.
Yeah, Nick does it the best. That's always one fact I remember my dad telling me. He's like, it's like a fact he likes to tell people that Bette Midler is from Hawaii. And also that Steve Martin wears a toupee, which I cannot find any information on, but I somehow believe my dad.
I don't know. Because
he would always
look
say,
at him, it's pretty
wears a
thinned
toupee,
out.
It looks... I mean, he was saying this in the 80s.
Is he sure about that? Or is he like
I
projecting?
I think he would die on that bridge.
Okay.
On that
hill?
hill?
Here's a fun fact. My dad wore a toupee. Like, my kids had never seen him before he got sick without it.
Really?
And they're like, whoa, look at that. And he looked way better without it.
My dad had the ring, like the bald ring, when he was 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I like bald. I think
Me
bald
too.
is the way to go.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, speaking of bald, you want to talk about... I was going to say Hilaria Baldwin, but don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Alec Baldwin came out the other day, and it's like, he's like real... I'm like, stop talking about it, dude.
Yeah.
Stop
You're
mentioning
guilty.
it.
You did it. We all know you did it, okay?
He didn't murder... It wasn't murder, though.
Okay, let's
It
not
was manslaughter.
start. Let's not.
You
go
actually...
there.
Okay, there's no way
No,
you
I don't
believe
think it
he
was
did this on
intentional.
purpose. Yeah, of
I think it
course
was
not.
negligent.
I was negligent.
Let's not go there. Don't fight in front of the kids. We said we weren't going to do this again.
Well, now he's going around saying, like, well, it was two people's fault and it wasn't mine.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up. And his fake Spanish wife and her fake pregnancy bump need to get her kids off her gross boobs that she's always throwing
If
around.
I didn't have Hilaria, I don't know where I'd be right now. Basically, because the Alec Baldwin voice has just morphed into the Donald Trump voice at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of is, like, he kind of like lives as that character a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was going to say, speaking of bald, should we talk about 90 Day Fiance with Boston John, who can get it right now?
God.
This was a terrible tell-all. Horrible. One of the worst ever.
She needs to get out of here.
Oh, she
Shaun,
needs to go.
You did not do your job.
No. And at the end, Tim and Kenny were like, oh, Shaun, Okay, no, I take this back. Both of them have that little party cranker voice. They were like,
oh my God, I just realized that I had a dream that I was like dating Tim last night.
Oh, how was that?
We got frozen yogurt together.
Oh, he would totally get fro-yo.
Yeah. We were at like a state fair or something. Wow.
Did you get like sherbet?
I know that I got Dole Whip. Like I got pineapple sherbet.
Dole Whip is very,
and then they gave us a free ice cream cake. What the fuck? I don't even like sweets.
Do you remember what he was wearing?
I think he's probably wearing like sparkles. He was wearing like what he wore in the tell-all.
I know. I was like, careful, John. Someone else is wearing sparkles. And
Tim actually did kind of seem offended, but Tim was like, I don't know about that. He seemed triggered.
He seemed high as fuck. I don't know how you didn't see this.
I feel like that's
he
just
said he didn't drink, but I'm like, well, you're slurring your words and you're acting really weird.
Yeah, you're numbing yourself somehow. Also, that they need to not do that anymore with the
Shaun sucks.
Random.
She's
Shaun
beautiful,
sucks,
but
also,
she sucks.
They need to not have. Also, they need to not have like Tim and the other guy.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That made no point. Hey, Shaun, can we talk about like how Bilal is like abusive and he should just be arrested and not ask Emily's parents when the last time they fucked was?
Yeah. Oh, gross. That was disgusting.
Like, why are you asking? It's completely inappropriate to ask someone.
None of us care. They weren't like main characters. And if you're going to ask them anything, ask them how long until you kick them out.
Yeah. Or do you feel bad for like treating Kobe like shit?
Right. Do you see now that your daughter was actually a complete bitch and it was not Kobe? Do you feel bad for making him shovel shit while your daughter did nothing?
Yeah. Do you maybe owe him an apology? Would you like to do that?
Okay.
Emily came off like, I mean, she got off the hook completely, and she was shocked at the end.
Did.
She's like, I was expecting, like you could tell, and she was on her best behavior. I liked her at the end.
Yeah,
I didn't like her, but I was like, yeah, you seem fine.
Yeah, because they didn't give her an opportunity to show who she really is. They gave her a great edit on this thing.
She was ready to like wave shit away. The one person whose side I was on that I did not want to be on, but like the whole segment, I was like, yeah, I'm on his side. Is Mohamed? It's 100% on his side.
What?
Between him and that dumb bitch that came out.
Oh, whoa.
From
okay, well, hold on.
Squad.
We'll get there, but let's make sure that we go back to Jibri saying that John is trying to dim, what's his face, Patrick and Thais's light. He's trying to dim their light. Stop talking like you're an influencer. You just got back from, what's that, Miraval or something. Like, God, settle down, you loser.
Miona was fucking humiliated, mortified this whole time. Yeah. And Jibri definitely thought that he was doing something here. Like, he was like, I think he's definitely trying to get them on like a different season of something.
Oh, yeah.
But this
happily
worked
ever after.
In reverse. Yeah, but no one wants to see him. Like,
but again, Shaun, how about you tell him to shut the fuck up? It's not his turn. We're talking about them. This has nothing to do with Sparkles over there. So when Shaun asked Patrick, like, Patrick, do you think your brother is too involved? And Patrick's like, no. And then Jibri's like, I think she'd say otherwise. Again, shut up. Not talking to you. And also, Thais needs to shut up too. And she, first of all, she needs to sit up in her seat.
Yes.
She was she's like how everyone sits on their couch after you've been watching a movie for 2 hours where you're
no
like, why am I folded in half? Like, how did I get down here, you know?
And she kept making the expressions like, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She looked terrible. So Patrick is pretty much forced to say, yeah, John is at fault because he's married to this woman. He can't say, oh, yeah, it's Thais's fault. They're married. And then Ari is like all over Benny. Did you see she's like practically in his lap?
Oh,
she does need to get
all the
space.
couples were like that, like really trying to like show how in love they are.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Patrick's
so
a
we
really
go
bad
backstage.
partner, by the way. I think that he's a bad husband, too. Because
Patrick?
He does not stand up for any. Like, he doesn't.
Patrick or Benny?
Patrick. Benny also is a terrible husband.
Yeah, he's just kind of slow. I think he can't react quickly enough, except when he's fighting in the ring, because we've all seen him.
That's where all of his energy goes.
Talk about flying monkeys here. Jesus.
Yeah. This is a monkey.
Oh, not like that.
episode.
Okay, not like that. Like he was like a spider monkey. I hope that didn't come across like...
I don't think... Yeah, let's just move past
He
that.
flew. Yeah. I've never seen
out of the side
a
of the
human
screen.
fly so fast.
It
was completely horizontal, too.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was like a video game. Just like...
I was just going to say it's like a video game.
Yeah. It was wild. Okay, so wait. Let's go backstage where Jibri tries to pull I don't know, like a Mariah Carey or a Madonna or something, where he's like, I'm not filming with him. I'm not going to go up with him. No, I'm not going to do it. And John's like, hey, it's not about you. It's not about you.
Spackles.
No one cares.
It's not about Spackles right now. He's like, no, if we go up on stage, I'm gonna punch him out. And he's like, nah, I don't think
No, you're not. That's not how the story ends. No, you're not. You crying? You crying?
That was so funny. John is such a fucking bully.
Oh, he
and
knows
can't
how to get under
it. But even John said that. He's like, he can dish it, but he can't take it.
Yeah.
And like, right when
and Jibri's like, no, I'm
stage,
not crying. I'm just like really passionate about what I'm saying.
You're dimming my light. As they're walking off stage, John just goes to Patrick. He's like, what's up with Spackles there? He's like, really?
Yes.
What's up with that guy?
And then when Jibri's like, yeah, I'm gonna, if he comes out there, I'm gonna remove him. He's like, you ain't gonna remove nothing. I seen you in action with your boyfriend. No.
He says like he's using like the most misogynistic terms, but it's still funny for some reason because Jibri just fucking deserves it.
And it was so natural. He wasn't trying to get attention like Jibri. It just flew right out of his mouth.
And it's the kind of thing
no, you're
where,
not.
like,
no, you're not.
Like, just say you're at a movie theater and like you have to shush someone behind you, and then for the whole rest of the movie you're like shaking. I feel like that's how Jibri was after this fight, and John didn't even think about it again.
No.
Like, yeah, it's fine. Spackles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down and get some beers at the pub. Whatever. Left.
Oh, God, I just love that now Jibri is going to be known as Spackles.
Oh, God. And it's gonna stick.
And he did it to himself.
Yeah,
he fucking did it to himself. John would never have come after him.
Now, Kenny and Tim want to go talk to John. Again, this whole thing, cut them out. Cut them out. Why are you seeing this dumb?
They talked to two people, John and then Emily.
Right.
And Emily was like backstage, like in darkness. They like had to like gather someone to like shine a light on them. It was just so weird.
But did you notice that both Kenny and Tim hugged John? And then later...
Oh, and then Tim said, I don't hug.
Tim says, I'm not a hugger. And he does a handshake.
Well, because Tim wants to fuck John.
Or is it that he's like, yeah, Emily, you suck.
I think it's probably a little of both.
I don't want to be next to your boobs that I've seen more of than like any woman I've ever been with. Jesus.
But yeah, they go... And like John came off even freaking better in this little interview thing that he had. He's the hero of this cast.
Super likable. Now then we go back to on stage, and I just want to point this out, when Bilal goes over to Jibri, like he's like the fucking godfather or something. He's like, listen, just don't let him get under your skin. You just stay calm, just stay calm. Don't let him. And he's like, thanks, brother. And then Thais thanks Jibri for sticking up for her or something. She's like, yeah, because Patrick doesn't say anything. Don't be doing that to your husband. That's shady too.
That is, it's like making him look like less of a man. And also, of course, hey, Jibri, the one person in this cast who's on your side is Bilal. Think about that.
Right.
That's who you're aligned with right now.
But Jibri has a really good intuition and radar about people. Like which couples will stay together. Which
like even Mohamed.
Yeah. No, they're going to last. I just feel it. I just know it.
I see the love there.
Yeah. And I'm like pretty good about this.
Also, yes, we all, like, Jibri, you're the first person that thinks that Shaida and Bilal aren't going to work out.
Yeah.
None of us. Yeah, you have a real instinct on there.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are going to work out. They're all going to stay together 5-6 years, I think. Except for maybe Kobe and Emily, and then they'll get divorced once the kids are grown, I guess.
Yeah, eventually they will, for sure. Yeah, Jibri and Miona, oof. they'll stay together longer than they need to because they're both... They're going to drag out this 15 minutes, for as
did you see they're
long
going
as possible.
on tour?
What
They
are
have one
touring?
event scheduled, and it's a signing event. Like, after a concert, they're going to sit at a table and sign autographs.
That's their tour. Is
Yeah.
a one-stop
There's more
tour.
to come, though, Jody. Oh, man. You can't stop this moving train.
Jesus. Well, Jibri is really... He's like the everyman's hero because he's like anti-bully. He doesn't like when people get picked on for no reason. He's going to stand up to them. Because if you're a toxic person in my life, you're benched. You don't bring toxicity in my life.
Yeah.
And then Ari's like, hey, remember me? You were just picking on me for no reason.
It's like, no, I wasn't.
I thought we were flirting.
I thought we had a little banter about, like, who had a shinier outfit.
Yeah.
Turns out it's you.
And then Shaun's like, well, we won't solve this tonight. Emily.
Oh, my God.
Tell us about baby Scarlet. Yeah, tell us about Scarlet and your placenta. And then we have to see a fucking birth video.
Yeah, and then guess what? We get to see her breastfeeding.
You knew
we
that
get
one
it,
was
Emily.
coming.
Yes, we get it. Fine. Who here thinks that Coben is too old? As if anyone's going to dare to raise their hand.
Right.
As if I guarantee you, like, at least half the cast.
Even
wanted to
Mohamed's
raise
like,
their
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Nope.
Nope. Nope. So dumb.
So Emily's crying. What I love too is Emily's like, I just really love my family and I just love that when I have all the babies with them. But you guys should really encapsulate your placenta because it regulates your hormones. Like, I've never felt better. I didn't have any lingering like sadness or anything. You were just crying 3 seconds ago. Looking at photos of yourself. What are you talking about? Don't need to know about her placenta or her boobs, whatever. We learned about their sex life. Oh, I love this when Shida pipes up because Kobe's like, well, it's actually me. I'm afraid to get her pregnant. And Shida's like, I think you need to talk to Bilal because he knows how to not get a woman pregnant.
That was like the nail in her coffin right there because after that he was like
frozen.
He was so aggressively silent. And like that last section was chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Refused to look at her until she looked away and then he was just staring at her.
No, I did not. He froze her out for days after that.
No, he's not a good person. He is he's bad partner, a bad person. Yeah.
Like, I don't think he would physically hurt her, but I think he would murder her.
Yes.
Like, in cold blood. But, like, he wouldn't
sure.
be, like, abusive on the regular, but he would do this kind of shit where he just...
He's emotionally and verbally abusive.
Oh, yeah. I feel abused by him just watching it. That was really bad. I wonder if how it was when they like watched this back.
Ooh, not good. He's gonna blame this all on her. It's all her fault.
And then the fact that he genuinely, like at the end, was surprised. And like, first of all, he got off the hook too for the most part. Like,
right?
He barely got the beating that he should have gotten from everyone. But then at the end, he was like, I'm just surprised. Like,
yeah,
you were surprised?
I thought I was a good guy, but I guess not. Like, pouting. Oh, yeah. Oh, you poor baby.
But he really thought when he got there that this would be like, this would turn out well for him. Which is insane to me as well.
That people are going to be like, wow, Bilal, you just like have your shit so together.
And you're so funny with those pranks.
So funny.
You and your family.
Hilarious.
Those are so
you
good.
should have your own show. That is so good.
Yeah, like a...
Punked.
Yeah, like a punk type show with Bilal.
Jesus.
Dazzling personality there. God,
Kobe and Emily, they get like a little bit of Twitter was upset because if the situation reversed and he had said, you have to have sex with me before you could see your kid, would that have gone over well? And she's like, no, I mean, I should have apologized, but, you know, I was just like really excited. And she got everyone to agree with her, whatever. We kind of went over the fact that Ari piped up and said that at 2.5, she just gives little, what's his name? Avi. She gives her boob to Avi as a pacifier.
Yeah. Okay. Are you not supposed to do that?
I wouldn't. I'm not saying it's bad.
So there's
but it
no
sounds
milk
like he's
coming
not
out. He's
nursing.
just sucking on her boob.
I think so.
Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna.
I don't want to know anything about Ari's nipples at all, whether they're lactating or not, or whether they're being used. I don't want to know about Ari's nipples.
I feel like we've had this conversation before, but I don't remember the answer, maybe because I don't want to remember it. But so if Emily's nursing and Kobe sucked on her boobs, milk would come out.
Yes.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Yeah.
It tastes like cantaloupe juice.
Ew. How do you know that?
It's on Friends.
Oh, okay.
I
never tried my own.
Believe me, I know. Really, I definitely would, I think.
Oh, I didn't. But I'm weird like that. I'm like weird germophobe. Things gross me out.
And I'm disgusting, is basically what you're saying. And Amanda's gross.
I'm saying I am disgusted by my own body and what it can do. Yeah. Now we go to Eve and her squad and Mohamed. And this is where we're going to disagree. I thought Tatiana came across as very calm and measured.
Really? I thought she was way too much I am woman, hear me roar, to the point where I was like, okay.
I mean, I do think her friends came on strong, but Mohamed is on the same show as they were. He knows how producers will get him to say something. That is true,
and he does turn out to be a big, huge piece of shit.
Exactly.
So
she did know that there were other things going on.
But that's not where I agree with him. That's not... I hate him. And I can see why her squad would not like him and don't want her to marry him. All that aside, the main part of the conversation was whether or not they should have asked him about his fucking sex life, which is absolutely not okay.
Sure.
You can't do that. What if I asked Dave when I met him, like, when was the last time you fucked my friend here?
Yeah.
How many sexual partners did you have before Jody, Dave?
But I think the thing they can't say is, that's what we're going to be at. Like, that we're here to support our friend. You're on the same show. You were asked the same kind of stuff. How is that
supporting their friend, though, by being like, are you a virgin?
Well, no, but I think he knows and they knew. Cameras are there. Producers are having them deliver a storyline and ask questions. And I think it's the way he handled it. I'm not saying that they should have asked that, but he didn't have to be like, just, no, I hate your friends. I'm not going to talk to them. They're stupid. They're
the main friend, like the biggest one, not biggest, like they're all like, they're
large
all, like,
sister, large friend,
large wifey, large friend.
Yeah.
She looks like a teddy bear, like a drawing of a teddy bear in a children's book. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe like a
Chipmunk?
Like a cute, not a raccoon. Yeah.
I mean, I have chubby cheeks too, but like I was just looking at her and I was like,
oh
like
boy,
teddy bear.
Oh boy,
oh, it's all happening. What's happening? Is
like at the door, apparently. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Eve didn't know that he was a virgin until after they had sex. So, it had to be real good.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that was like a 10-second long.
I think I texted you. Like, can't you just hear him, like, when they're done, in his little voice being like, thank you.
Oh, my God.
No, just going, thank you. And then just laying there, gross.
I also didn't like
nasty.
that Eve wasn't standing up for him. Again, I don't like him, but just if you look at the situation.
Yeah, but you know what? Knowing what we know now, go on Reddit or just Google it. Eve was charged. She wasn't arrested, but she was charged with like a domestic violence towards a household member or something on August 15th. Because Mohamed recorded her when she was like yelling at him.
Yeah.
And he says very conveniently on the recording, "You aren't going to hit me again, are you?" And she's just ranting. And yes, like she's coming across as a woman who has been pushed and pushed and
I wasn't
pushed
upset by
so
that
far
at all. Like when I listened to Amber Portwood screaming at
that's
Andrew,
scary.
Like that was scary. Where she's like, "Yeah, I fucking hit you, bitch." Like that was not what Eve was doing.
Eve is saying, "Help me with the dishes."
Yeah,
she's like, "I came home from work. You couldn't have even helped. God, just help me." She just keeps saying, "Help me, just help me. What are you doing? Just help me." And you hear him going, "I take care of your son. You You know, you need to yell, Eve. Oh, very convenient that this recording that you have, you are just calm,
I think it's because he
physically
physically can't yell because his voice can't go past like a certain decibel.
His glassy eyes will just shatter if he screams. Yeah.
But then these allegations come out, and like, look, I know, like, believe victims and all that.
Sure.
But this does seem really convenient because now he can get out of this. He can get out of the marriage early if there is a domestic situation.
Right. Yes. And obviously,
that's one loophole around the 2-year visa or green card.
He's such a piece of crap. I hate him. I really do. I hate him. I want him deported.
Texts get leaked? Like, did he end it with the women, and that's why they released them?
I think so, because I think it was from the woman herself, whoever he was talking to, that gave them to someone. Well, it had to have been, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, like, she didn't, like, send it to a friend and the friend linked it. Like, it was directly from her to someone in the, podcast, Instagram world. All right, so...
Oh, by the way, somebody messaged us on Instagram. Let me actually read it here. Who was it? It was, her name is Miranda, and she said, hey, I just heard John on a podcast saying he'll be doing another podcast with a couple nice ladies. Is it you guys? And then I was like, John as in Joan? But she meant John Sparkles John. But she's like trying to figure it out. And so it's not us and it's not Pink Shades. So she's doing some investigation.
Okay.
But I would like to hear that. But I'm flattered that she thought it was us. Yeah, but what would that be like? It would just be us being like, tell us more, John.
Remember you said Sparkles? It was so funny.
Say Sparkles again.
Tell us about her stroganoff. Was it like so? Remember when she put the mustard in the stroganoff? Wasn't that so gross?
Oh God, that I mean, looking back now, I want to rewatch his scenes. That I like him. By the way, I messaged Jen from Real Housewives Recap about what she thinks about Aiden coming back, and she said, I can't wait to see what crazy things they do to his character. He's mid-50s, so clearly he will have dementia. Dentures. Depends on any other crazy thing they can do to him. Yeah.
Depends. They'll have him in Depends.
Yeah, they'll have him in
cane.
Depends. Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be awful. All right, so what else here?
We go back to Ari and Benny. I feel like 5 times throughout this thing we kept going back to Ari and Benny and checking in with them.
Somehow?
I don't know. But he wants to go live in Vegas to be big MMA star in Vegas. And Mohamed's like, I think man should be able to choose where he live. And Ari's like, so I'm just supposed to pick up my kid and go to Vegas then? Because of course Mohamed thinks that a man should be able to live wherever the hell he wants to live. And then that's when Jibri's like, you're not going to last. Nope, you're not going to last. Okay, cool, Jibri. Can't wait to see how your love's going to... Oh, she's...
What was going on with Miona, though? It was, like, really weird how much she
I think she knew that he was just making a fool of himself.
Yeah.
But the only time she did laugh was when he was making fun of Ari and Benny. Which was pretty shitty. Which he did mock Benny. Because I went back and rewound it to see, and he did.
Oh,
when Benny was, like, searching for his words, he did. He was like, if you rewatch it, he is mocking her.
Jibri,
and
joke.
I saw a picture that someone took, I think it was on Twitter, and even the captions on the bottom say mocking, like laughing mockingly or something, or imitating mockingly. Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing with Ari and Benny. I'm on Ari's side here 100%. Like, he fucking... So, I know you want to be an MMA fighter, but also you do have a family, so you kind of have to put your, like, personal, like,
my parents are paying for us if we live here. If we go to Vegas, they're not going to pay for us, so... Yeah.
Right, but, like, also, like, in the meantime, just same with Jibri. In the meantime, get a job, like a job.
Train in the evening or in the morning, whatever.
And, like, listen, I don't like kids at all, but I do agree that when you have kids, you kind of do have to put your, like, your shit aside. Because now this is your life. You have to...
Yeah, your action star
part
dreams.
Of your family. But
what do you think about her going back to Ethiopia?
There's so much more to that story that is not being told. She was going to go for a week.
And then it was 3 months. Back to his home country, too.
Yeah, weird.
Is that because he can't go? Because he just got the green card? Like, don't you have to wait a certain amount of time? Oh, okay. Well, what the hell? That's so weird. That she's gonna. I mean, hold on a second. It's rich of her to go and volunteer
Yeah.
3 months of her time in another country, but getting a job here, part-time even, is just too much. Well, she did send off that email that one time at the park, remember?
Oh, yeah.
She was playing at the park. She was going to send out that email.
Well, she was going to. She hadn't done it yet, but that's all she had to do was forward the one.
So she takes off for 3 months back to his home country and blocks him.
I can see where she was coming from with that,
together.
You
okay, explain it to me.
Didn't you block Dave right at the beginning of your relationship?
Oh, I mean, like, after maybe, like, our second date or something. But we weren't, like, serious.
Well, but here's the thing. She goes, I didn't even think he'd notice. And then he confirms that he didn't even notice.
So how do they get a hold of each other then? I don't get that.
She probably, like, blocked him and then unblocked him every so often and, like, shot off a text.
She's self-destructive in relationships.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But I can understand what she was saying, that she's like, I did it more for myself so that I mean, that's why I block people, so that I don't send out, like, texts at 3 a.m. once I get myself worked up.
Yeah. I mean, well, she says that she doesn't like commitment or it scares her. But maybe then not have a baby with someone.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think that was on purpose.
Or get married for the second time if you know commitment scares you. Oof. All right. So we kind of touched briefly on Jibri and Miona's elopement. They're living in the Palm Springs area. I would love to know like what that radius is. Isn't Palm Springs like kind of pricey?
Well, again, my family has a house in Palm Springs, and it is not pricey. It's like tiny.
Right. But they're thinking about traveling and maybe outside the U.S. They're thinking about it, which makes them super adventurous when you think about traveling. They're going to be creative nomads.
Oh, I wanted to barf. And then he kind of shits all over all the parents. He's like, yeah, see, you and you all have kids and you all pregnant, and you know, me and Miona, we want to do more with our lives.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I have this beautiful, this sexy woman who wants to ride on this red carpet in life with me. Oh, God. That's the shit that he told her when she was dreaming of being a Kardashian back in Serbia. He doesn't own a carpet.
I want to see, like, it's like the same with Shake with Love is Blind. I want to see how surprised he is when he sees how quickly his 15 minutes of fame are over. Because Happily Ever starts next week.
Yeah,
no one is going to, like, look at the fact we couldn't even name 3 cast members from Love is Blind. That's what's going to happen to you, Jibri. Sparkles. Yep. I mean, you'll get a little airtime off of Sparkles, at least.
Right.
You could tour as Sparkles.
I'm thinking, remember when he sold those pants for some crazy amount of money?
Yeah.
I don't think he actually did. I don't think anyone actually paid him that. I think it was like just this thing to build up some hype.
Sure.
Like, look at these people buying my clothes. I'm so popular. I'm such a huge star.
I feel like if he hadn't let his ass hang out like this in the Tell All, I can see him having some fans that would maybe show up to a book, like an event where he signs an autograph. But after this, like, and you know, Miona's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
This was our meal ticket and you ruined it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have David who shows up, and he pretty much just kind of laid it all out there that
he came out great.
Jibri's an asshole.
Yeah.
Jibri's a huge
He looks like Andrew
douche.
Garfield, huh?
Oh, I could
like
see
a blonde
that.
Andrew Garfield.
Yes, good call. Well, he thinks that it's always been how Jibri went about everything. It's not necessarily Miona, but when Miona came into the picture, it was like he chose Miona because he thought that he could have a solo career. He doesn't need the band. Like, she's the Yoko Ono or whatever, right?
Can you imagine if, like, I mean, this would be insane if I said this to you, but, like, if one of us said to each other on stage, like, yeah, they were, like, I felt like that they were weighing me down. I felt Jodie was weighing my my art.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? How insulting that is? They were weighing me down. I was the star.
I'm trying to think. I wrote down a bunch of this stupid shit that he said. Well, he
then
basically
he gets up and leaves. He has a tantrum.
Well, he's like, you need to just say that you're wrong. You need to say you're wrong. You know, like, you know, you're wrong about Miona. She's my wife. She's not my girlfriend. I'd be like, cool. Like, I don't want your wife or your girlfriend. Oh, and then he calls David jealous. He goes, just be happy for me. Be happy for what I'm doing with Miona. He's jealous. He's jealous. He doesn't reach out. He's jealous. He's jealous. He comes in here like he's a nice guy. I guarantee he's not jealous of you, Sparkles.
Yeah, at all, Sparkles.
First of all, that is a bold thing to say, even about a former friend. They're jealous. They're jealous. God, you think way too highly of yourself.
Well, I love that twice now on this whole season, Jibri has had a full temper tantrum, walked out of the room, and Miona just stayed in the room. Because that happened with his parents, too.
Yep.
Like, that we're talking to Miona, not you.
Yeah. Well, in the end, they hug it out. And
when he stood up after David was kind of apologizing and Jibri stood up to like give him like a man hug shake, I thought he was getting up to leave again, and I was like, what the fuck? But when he was walking around backstage just like freaking out, was his mic on in the studio? Like, could they hear it? Because it sounded like they were all listening. Well, why the fuck didn't Shaun Robinson, when he came back and sat down, the first thing I'd say would be like, Jibri, just so you know, your mic was on that whole time. We all heard all of that.
So you think David's jealous of you?
Yeah.
Because you know David probably saw, well, like, no, I mean, I guess he heard it. But anyway, it doesn't, forget all that shit. And let's get to the bottom of, like, Emily and her parents. Like, what else has she done in her life to get to this point where she's 30 with 2 kids, calls herself a stay-at-home mom.
Like she's always dreamed of.
Yeah, stay at my mom's house daughter. But this makes no sense. So they're still there. They don't pay rent. But Emily gets groceries and she cooks. I'm sure for her own family and her kids, like you're supposed to do.
And she's getting like dino nuggets. Actually, no, I follow, well, we follow her on Instagram, and a lot of her posts are about food.
Great.
Like, look at this beautiful strawberry salad that I made.
I just don't feel like you could brag about being a stay-at-home mom. And like, I love this family that we have together, and he works so hard and he works all the overtime, and you're not paying rent living at your parents' house in their basement.
Well, it sounds like they're on their way out, though. I mean, he seems to have a good job, so get down.
I think it's more like we have to wait until these Sharp Entertainment checks get cashed.
Oh,
and that'll
that's
be
true.
our
Yeah,
down
I never
payment.
think of that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Shaun asks her parents how their sex life is. Disgusting. Don't need to know that at all. That was so inappropriate. They did not sign up for this.
And the dad says our house is soundproof.
Ew.
Gross.
Yeah. Or just say, like, no comment.
Also, okay, come on.
Or that's when you just laugh and you're like,
yeah. Oh,
you don't give them anything like, next question.
But also, like, hey, 65-year-old parents, stop trying to act like you're, like, banging it out every week. They're like, oh, no, don't worry, we're getting ours.
Gross. Nasty. So Emily, talks with Tim and Kenny. Tim's like, no, back up.
Don't touch me.
Nope.
I'll give you a handshake, and even that I hate.
So
but this little
Emily
interview
says,
with Emily went fine, I thought.
Yeah, it was fine.
She came off, and she goes, the ones I relate to the most with Kara and Taif because of their parents, and that's my only defining
They come to me for all the mom advice. Okay, you've had 2 kids, settle down. Yeah. You're not the, Dr. Spock now. Relax.
But also, that's the only way she, like, sees herself is just, I'm a mom. And that's, like, her only defining characteristic.
Cool. We go back to Ari and Benny again to talk about his sisters. Don't care. Bye-bye.
Well, at least that gave the rest of the cast an opportunity to be like, what the fuck was that? And then he's laughing with them about it afterward.
I just don't think he's very smart. I think he's just very slow to react. Like, it doesn't add up as quickly for him.
Like the Samoan.
Yes, Asuelu.
Yeah, Asuelu.
He keeps coming up on my TikTok lives. There was the other day when I was like flipping through, and every single time I picked up my phone to flip through, he was on. I'm like, is he just on TikTok all day long?
That goddamn baby came up on my live the other day again. I think they have a few accounts because I keep blocking it.
No, it's really funny. Sad.
It is sad, but I'm like, stop with this. And it's always like
it just
overnight.
shows up everywhere. Okay, so Tim and Kenny kind of do a recap of the whole show. We see everyone packing up to leave in the back. Jibri is taking all the mini Triscuits and all the Cheez-Its.
Oh, yeah. He's like, we need these. This is our meal for the next 2 weeks, babe.
He's clearing it out.
Yeah. Don't dim my light.
Yeah, but he knows that he needs to work on his temper and spread more love and light. Stop saying love and light.
God,
it grosses me out. I hate it. Thais and Patrick leave, and we see what she's been hiding. Her bra strap in the back with her long hair. It's like an open back dress, and you just see her nude bra strap. Kind of made me feel better. Emily apologizes to Shida and Bilal because she thinks that she should have stuck up for them when Jibri said they wouldn't last.
But it didn't go very well because they were definitely about to start fighting, and then Emily and Kobe came in and like interrupted it.
Oh, she saved Shida.
Well, true, but the tension was
tight. So Bilal goes, I mean, I think I'm a good guy, but everyone thinks different. Didn't feel good. Oh, it didn't, huh? So you
Also,
don't like when your feelings get hurt?
Do you even think he feels bad, though? I think he's just like, I feel like people came after me, so I should
No, it's a pity party for himself.
Right. But he doesn't feel like, he's not like reflecting on it. He's just mad at Shida.
Oh, yeah. Because like you said, he wasn't
expecting... She burned him pretty
expecting...
bad with that bad dick joke that she made.
I will put money on it that he's had a vasectomy and hasn't told her.
Sure. Oh, gosh, she needs to get out, please.
So she's pretty much just, like, begging him. Or you could tell, like, she's like, oh, God, please don't get mad at me when we leave. Because she's like, no, Bilal's a really good guy. And, I mean, if I didn't think he was a good guy, I wouldn't be here working on a relationship. And I'm going to work on it as your wife. Like, I'm here. And she's crying, looking at him. He's just straight ahead.
Oh, he's...
staring at the camera, straight ahead.
You know, Shida wanted to be like, can you guys come home to the hotel with us, please? So that we're not left alone.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Going to...
She got the silent treatment for, oh God, what, at least a week?
Yeah.
Iced
whole plane
out.
Ride back. Yeah. Fucking asshole. What an immature piece of shit.
Oh, he really is. He does not deserve her at all. Then we get the red screen that shortly after filming the tell-all, Eve discovered text messages between Mohamed and another woman. Oh, I did too.
Because they definitely, like, pigeonholed this in.
He was engaging in an activity that a married man shouldn't be engaged in. And we see the text messages. It's so Mohamed because it's so immature.
You can
and
hear his voice, and it's
oh
yes. Just
I would love to go to anywhere with you. Trust me, I don't care. I'm sorry again. What about kiss?
And like smoochy face.
Oh. I remember the smoochy face.
I will go to attorney right after I get green card. I would just keep you in bed for days. Just kidding. LOL.
He put LOL and like a laughy face.
Probably because like he sent that and then like
and then he didn't know like and, oh God, is that like, creepy?
Oh yeah, she's not responding. Or
sure.
he got the dots and then the dot stopped and then dots and then no dots. LOL, just kidding.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then he says, you know, I would leave to go with you. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
I cannot live with Eve no more.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he says, like, I love Eve and I'm trying to fix it. And he's like pushing so hard on his eyeballs, like back into his head to produce tears. Yeah, no, you are a giant piece of shit. Yep. Now she was, if you hear the tape and you're like, this sounds like a crazy woman, she does sound crazy. She is very angry. And her voice is like real screechy in it.
Because men make us crazy sometimes.
Right, but if you hear what she's saying, she keeps saying, I've been working this whole time. All I do is I work and I come home and all I'm asking is just a little bit of help. Just help me. Just help me. Yeah. He's like, I do dishes all day. Okay, first of all, impossible. There's 2.5 of you. Yeah, you're not doing dishes all day.
That's always where I know. Don't come for me, people, because I don't have kids. But, like, I always see people be like, 5th load of laundry today. Like, how do you have 5 loads of laundry to do?
Well, I'll tell you, because you do your laundry incorrectly, because you sort, darks, lights, whites, towel
Sharita's
sheets.
With me on this.
Well, you guys are doing it wrong. I told you, you always get mad at me because my way of doing things happens to be the right way. I can't help it that everything I do is the correct way of living life.
You're making it way harder on your own life because nothing would happen if you just did it the other way.
I'm making all my brights brighter and all my whites whiter.
Well, who cares?
I care. Because those shirts at Walmart are not buying them $7.97 by themselves. Money doesn't grow on trees, Amanda. I can't believe you don't sort your stuff. That is so wild to me. So then, like, you have your piles. Like, then I have, like, the kids come down, and I'm like, okay, so here's all of our darks, here's all the lights, here's the whites, here's the towel. It's not that exhausting. But then sometimes you have a big pile, you can't shove it all in there.
You're wearing, like, crisp white button-ups every day? Why do you need
because Googie has his white undershirts that he wears to bed. So
and you
like
need
white
those
undershirts,
to be
white
white.
shirts.
So you want Googie's white undershirts to be sparkling white.
I didn't say wash them with the whites, and then it's not any problem. They will be sparkling.
You could wash them with all the other clothes. It would look the exact same.
It wouldn't. But I have enough darks that I could get like that. It's just like 2 loads probably of the darks. Oh my God. 2 loads of the mediums, because if I throw...
This is something that's not going to be solved today, Shaun Robinson.
That's right.
Wow. This is not something... I believe that this is not anything that's going to be solved now.
You're right.
Speaking of Sharita, by the way, I'm picking her TRP request for this week.
Very excited.
Podcast. Do you want to know what it is?
No, don't tell me yet.
Okay.
Because this week we're covering a classic Top Chef All-Stars, Night at the Museum, and we're doing, what did you send me? Nathan for You.
Did you watch
it? Which I watched already.
I feel like you didn't find it funny because, again, you don't like...
I'm going to leave you edging.
Comedy.
And
it was about a caricature artist. Like, I was guffawing during that whole section. With the hummingbird.
That's going to be in my top 10 fears. Is like farm animals, horses, fast roller coasters, caricature artists.
Being caught candidly in the background of a photo.
Oh. I will be on some sort of news report about like diabetes.
Obesity.
Or like thighs rubbing together.
And it just shows you from
waist
like
down.
The stomach down.
And I'm like, well, I know those Old Navy shorts from 2007. Like,
you can fit into shorts from 2007?
Well, yeah, I have some pre-pajama shorts.
Pre-pajama, yes. Elastic waistband.
Oh, yeah, they're shot. There's nothing left in them.
I don't own button-ups.
But I'm not getting rid of them. I'd never.
It's
a vintage.
Okay, well, anyway, I feel like you like the episode, so that makes me happy.
Okay, so let's jump into Seeking Sister Wife here.
Oh, God, I forgot.
We both agree that the Epps family has just got to go. They're so boring. Yeah, the guy's a monster.
Yeah, a monster.
Taryn is in on it with him to make India pay for her having to be a sister wife. She didn't even do
anything, though, because they were already broken up. It's not like she came in and, like, broke them up. They were already broken up.
Well, they were still married.
Oh, were they?
They were on a break.
Ross and Rachel.
Yeah. This whole thing is just disgusting. I don't know how he manages to even have a slight chance with 4 women, let alone marry them.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, if this was Steve, is that his name?
Yep. Of Steve and
Brenda.
He's,
like, at least, like, good looking, I guess.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, I can see how, and he's taller than me. Marcus
this guy's little.
He's teensy.
He was on his tiptoes trying to hang up his keys on that little key hanger thing. His little tippy toes.
Oh my God. This scene was just so difficult to watch too, because like, I feel like a lot of us have been there where...
Oh, he comes in, first words out of his mouth. I'm going to tell you right now, nothing happened. Let's not get it twisted, okay? I fell asleep. My bad.
That's the whole drive home. Move. The whole drive home, he was like, "Okay, this is how I'm gonna hit." Because it is kind of the walk of death right there, like coming home with 2 women that are gonna be pissed.
Firing squad.
Taryn didn't even care though. She's like, "Okay, that's fine."
I think she likes seeing India squirm because she's like, "Oh yeah, been there. She's remember when I felt that way when you came in."
Danielle was doing but then Danielle, you've turned into quite a disappointment for us. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Jesus.
So anyway, Marcus says, I apologize. Can I be forgiven? I mean, like, she's a potential sister wife. Okay, well, you didn't say sorry. You just said, I apologize. Can I be forgiven? Too soon, Marcus.
Right.
Too soon.
And then India just says to us, yeah, I was still mad, but, you know, I didn't want to, like, keep fighting. So, you know, I figured I might as well just let it go.
Yeah, because he comes over and kisses her. What? God, you get over this way too quickly.
Because that's what women have to fucking... Not women, just anyone in an abusive relationship. That's kind of what you do. You're just like, well, it's not worth the fighting right
And
now.
then fresh off of spending the night with Janae, after he kisses and he's forgiven, he's like, so how about Bina? How about Bina, too? Like, can we just, like, bring her into the fold while we're at it? My God, he's pushing his luck, but...
Like, can we get 2 sets of braces in this house? We good?
Right. So he meets up with Bina again. He's flown her out. Like, is this technically just sex trafficking? This is now the third time, the second woman that he's flown out.
Yeah, she's not likable either, I don't think.
No.
She's annoying.
No. Very annoying.
Like, I like the other one better, at least. The other braces.
Janae.
Braces number 2, yeah.
Maybe there's like a 2-for-1 deal at the orthodontist, and that's why...
Do you think they did fuck?
It's like a family discount? What?
Like, who just hit Marcus and Janae fucked?
Oh, God, of course. Yeah. No, he just fell asleep. But you know Marcus. He made some salmon and he just, like, passed out. He's exhausted. Yeah. This is ridiculous. I did enjoy that he had to split his ice cream and espresso because his little tum-tum couldn't handle all that dairy.
It's like Cody, where he drank all that soda pop, and that's why he was so grossed out by the nachos. Soda pop. Okay,
and then
so,
Marcus, I'll be totally honest. I started fast forwarding after they sat down because I was like, I can't do this.
I fast forwarded quite a bit during this. You know when I really fast forwarded, so you might have to fill it in.
Okay.
When April with the no bra
so
April met the sun, I was like, I can't watch
Nips
this.
akimbo.
White shirt.
Oh no, I think it was kind of a mustardy.
You're colorblind though.
I don't think it was white.
It was like an off beige.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, all I know about Marcus is that he didn't like that Bina was going out and she didn't tell him, and he thought she was being rebellious.
Oh, that gave me the cringe.
We are not even a couple, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah. That gives me the same type of cringe as when Cody says to Gabe when they're stripping those logs, when he says, Robin is the obedient wife. Oh it's God. That same type of, like, misogyny.
Yeah. Yep.
Rebellious.
Yep. All right, well, speaking of Steve and Boobs and Apo and Blenda, let's go over to that house. They're at the new house, which is so unfortunate that this thing just looks like the most basic builder, pathetic. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong.
It's like an IKEA house.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. But if you're building a custom house...
Well, that's what I mean by IKEA. It seems like it just came within... The house came unassembled.
Yeah, they have no style whatsoever. Yeah. And if you look at it, like my OCD was going crazy because the cabinets too, if you go back and watch it, the cabinets to the right of the hood of the stove, it's so off. There's like a dual opener and then a single opener, and it's not the same width as the one on the left, and it's like too short on the wall. And then the lighting over the island doesn't line up with the lighting that's going to go over the table. Like everything is off. And there was 2 sinks, which I get. There's like the sink that's under the window, and then there's like a little sink in the island.
Yeah, a lot of people have that though.
Right, but the sink is like closest to the other sink. Like it's not at the other end or in the middle.
Now, let me ask you this. Did either of the sinks not have a faucet but instead have grass in them?
Yeah, they actually did have running water, not like Bilal's prank house. Yeah. Where there was faux greenery from Michael's coming out of the little faucet openings. Jesus. But that was so funny. It was
a really good prank for like her first
Hilarious.
Moments in the country, in a new country, leaving her whole life behind. It was funny.
Yeah, it was cool. So now Steve thinks it's a good time to introduce April to Preston. So Preston is there, and the conversations... I understand you're on camera, but like, do you have any personality at all?
Like, come with
some topics.
Some topics. It's like when you made a phone call in high school to somebody that you don't know that well. You write down a list of topics.
Yeah.
George Costanza style.
Preston goes, "Oh, it looks good." Here's a quote from Steve. Yeah, it has walls and floors and ceiling. And then it's dead silent for like 9 seconds. Just crickets. And then Steve tries to convince all of us, and hopefully none of us are believing, that he and Jaden, like, they are besties now. She's not here today.
That's why she's not there. Yeah, exactly.
But they are talking every day. They've never had a closer relationship because she understands why he wants to be with Brenda and why he wants another wife. Like, they're super tight.
I
like daddy's
like,
little girl.
Yeah, I feel like this is almost what my dad would say about me right now. Like, me and Amanda have never been closer. She's not icing me out for the past month. Like, I guarantee you he has no idea that I'm mad at him. That I've been mad at him.
Yeah. No, Steve has talked to Jaden. Like, he's maybe texted her or left her voicemails.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. And she'll give the same answers that I give my dad. Like, okay.
Yeah. I'm
Sure.
fine. Okay. Bye.
School's good.
And Preston's like, oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
Preston's like, I know that that's not true.
So
and
now
do you
April
think that
walks
Preston
in.
knew that April was going to come? Because it seems like they kind of sprung it on
It
him.
did seem like they sprung it on him.
Looks like we have a visitor. Steve's
I know. And Brenda's like a total natural, so thank God she was there to like help facilitate the conversation.
Essence of personality. Mm-hmm. Brindle.
So they go, this is April. Okay. And now April is forced to facilitate the entire conversation with this family. I hate when people do this.
Yeah,
the new person and the new people in the room should not be the ones that have to carry on the conversation. That's your job.
This is like bringing somebody to a party where they don't know anyone, and you've made a silent agreement. I won't even use the bathroom during this party.
Oh no, we're sticking together.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to leave to get you a drink. We're going
me.
together to get a drink.
Yeah.
We're sitting, and then I'm going to loop through conversations. I'm going to weave some common thread. God, no, but they stand there and they stare at April, all three of them. And what does she do?
I don't know. I was looking at her nips the whole time, to be honest.
Okay, that's what I wrote down first. What is April wearing? No bra. Her hair. Like, can someone, Brenda, can you get her a hair tie to pull back her frizzy hair?
It looks like she braided, like, the middle part of it and then slept in the braids and then woke up and brushed it out. And then now it's been 2 days since that.
And she's wearing jeans with an elastic waist. And I know that's, like, the style now, like, the mom jeans, but it doesn't look good. It's not cute.
I know,
it's
mom
not
jeans
good.
are coming back.
And April's just like, hi, I'm April. Oh my God, I was so nervous.
I'm so nervous. I'm just really nervous. How do you feel about meeting April? Steve says in front of her. Preston's like, good.
Yeah.
She's fine.
And he goes, why do you like my dad? Why do you like my dad? And she goes, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. Like, oh my God. Like, it was like easy and natural, I guess. Like, I'm really nervous. I'm just like really nervous right now.
Maybe she was nervous because she knew that like she could potentially just date Preston and it would make more sense.
Yeah, like was she
closer to the age?
Was she nervous about Preston because she had the hots for Preston then?
Yeah.
And then Preston's like, yeah, I could sense some nervousness with April. Oh, you could? Really? She was bent over laughing in full fits of giggles about being how nervous she was.
He's like, I could sense some nervousness. This is very much the Monica, the tortilla chips know what you mean. Do you know the reference? I used to talk about it on my old podcast. This is an episode of Friends where like Monica's trying to like talk about how much sex they're having, and she's like, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, gotcha.
And they're out like at a Mexican restaurant, and Chandler's like, Monica, the tortilla chips know what you mean. So
okay, quotes. Gotcha.
It's funny. Friends is funny.
It's funny. So Preston's like, okay, so are you okay? And she's like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm neutral. I'm so nervous. Right. I wrote down every line. Every time she spoke, she said,
and then Brenda
nervous.
like kind of saves her, and they go to a different room, and Brenda's like, so how do you think that went? And then she goes, I was just really nervous.
Yeah, she goes, nervous, I guess.
I mean, I feel bad for her. I mean, I don't know
how are you feeling? Nervous, I guess. God. And then Preston's like, so how old is she? Steve says 21. He's like, oh, okay, well,
He's doing the math
like
in his
her?
head.
I
He's
like
like,
her.
so, yeah. Awful.
And then they all meet up again in the hallway, and Brenda's like, okay, bye, Preston. Bye, Steve. Brenda, God.
Oh,
We're so bad at life. And then Steve shows us that he knows how light switches work. He's like, hey, kiddo, because we're going to have to learn how these light switches work. And then he hits when he's like, oh, yep, I was right. Yeah, usually something happens when you flick a light switch.
You know what I keep forgetting to say? Two things
Ugh.
about the title card, like when it shows like the family we're about to watch. The fact that Cara Berry calls Brenda Brindle, it's like she's even more brindly in that title card because her hair is all brindly and then she's wearing like a brindle, like kind of zebra print. Also, have you ever noticed that when we see the Epps family, it says Taryn, Marcus, India, and then the T, M, and I are white and the other letters are black, and they circle the TMI.
Oh.
And it's 100% intentional because I've looked at all the other title cards and they don't do that for it. So whenever it goes to the Epps family, it says TMI. And that was definitely on purpose. Or I'm just, crazy.
Tiny mini man? No.
I
mean, I get what TMI is.
Okay.
But...
I was like, do I need to teach you what TMI?
Jody.
TMI.
Okay. Let's go to the Davis family. This is... Oh, okay, sorry, that was my chair. I didn't toot, I promise.
No one thought you tooted.
Okay. We are going to propose to Danielle tonight. This is the exact opposite of everything, my taste, my likes, complete opposite.
Did you make sure that Dave had glitter eye makeup on before he proposed to you?
Well, he did more of it was like a army green because he's like, I wanted it to bring out the hazel in his eyes.
Because also, I don't mind when men wear makeup like at all, but like he's never been shown to be a type of person that does this. So what the fuck's going on here? Also, there was apparently a dress code for the evening, which was all black for the proposal,
black and purple,
and no bra for Danielle.
Purple, because he's a purple guy. I don't like it. I don't like purple. I don't like purple black.
Hey, careful.
And the way that Jennifer put the black eyeshadow on, I was like, oh, it's gonna start falling underneath his eyes. Like, wouldn't you want to like put a finger on a brow and kind of flatten the eyelid out and just kind of like
but his eyes are so like his eyes are almost like vertical, so it's hard to kind of. But she
just like jabbed it. Do you know what I mean? Like when you do your eye makeup, don't you kind of like arch your eyebrow or like get.
You've watched me put on makeup.
You just like go at it?
Yeah, I just kind of go. Who am I trying to look for?
Whatever. Jennifer's hair looks just as insane as her personality. It's down in the front, center part down. Halfway through her head, it turns into a full ponytail. You didn't clock.
Yeah.
You didn't clock. No pun intended. You didn't clock that at all.
No, I mean, and I was looking at that and I was imagining that.
I mean, there's a lot to take in.
If that was me, just the strips that were in front of my face, by the end of the night would just be plastered to my face.
But it wasn't even strips. So it was full.
No, I know.
Like,
the whole thing would be
started at the back. Yeah. Oh, God. And it's just like, her hair is so long. Wouldn't that get in the way? You're going to be eating. Get that up and out of... Oh, my God. Can you imagine their bathroom drains? Ew. Her hair is all over that house. It's shedding everywhere. Okay, so April is sitting out in the family room, and Jennifer like presents Nick. She walks out of the room and she does like a ta-da arm motion. It's
like when Cole presents himself during the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, yes. Totally.
I'm ready!
Yeah, well, what's his name? Nick. He likes to get a little theatrical because he knows Danielle likes it. So their big plan, Michael, is that Nick is going to say Danielle, and then April and Jennifer at the same time are going to say, will you marry us? Like, that's their cue when he says Danielle. Okay? Like, April is so excited.
I almost wonder if this is like a legality so that it's not even on camera that he's asking her.
Oh my God, you're right.
Like, I never said anything.
Yeah, because they aren't getting married.
Right.
She's
There's a tax
family.
fraud situation happening here.
Oh, for sure. He's filed for some sort of disability.
Yeah.
I'm certain of it. There's something going on.
Now,
Or
Danielle's
he's got child support against him. And if he's legally married to one of them, they can garnish her wages. There's something going on.
I didn't know that. Now, Danielle, we both said her bathing suit, she looked like a fucking, like, she looked awesome in that bathing suit. Like, I'm not saying anything about her body hair, but what I am saying is I don't think that dress was meant to be an off-the-shoulder dress.
Oh.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
Well, I think it was meant to be flattering, but I don't think it was meant to be off the shoulders because it seemed like it was really off-kilter. Like, have you ever worn
she wanted it to be like,
thing?
Oh, it fell off because I'm so tiny.
I don't think so.
I wasn't really staring at Danielle's, I don't know. I wasn't staring at her chest region.
What were you staring at?
Well, when she walked across, I saw a little, like, I think she might be going commando, where, like, I would have worn a supportive undergarment. I'll put it that way.
Oh, yeah, Spanx were needed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is more when she was sitting down, though, but also she wasn't wearing a bra. And
No.
I don't know if you can tell.
It was like Emily's boobs, yes. Oh,
but I mean, here's
tell.
the thing. They obviously gave her a dress code, and she's like, oh, I don't really have anything black. I guess I'll get this.
Oh, no, she ordered that from Shein. Because it's actually similar to the dress she wore on that burgers date, where she couldn't reach her drink on the table. It was very similar to that on top, in silhouette. So, April has been...
We were really mean.
April's been really sneaky, and only told Danielle that they're just going to go for a walk downtown. So wear your black heels and a black dress because we're going for a walk.
Yeah.
And make sure you get your nails done in the same color as your birthstone. But it's just going to be like super casual date.
Oh, God, I didn't even put that together.
So they go to the Denver Clock Tower, and they go upstairs, and there's rose petals. They're all wearing black and boots, and
this is when I would be
the
like,
most expensive thing from
fuck,
Shein.
Oh, fuck. Wouldn't you just be like, shit?
Oh God, it's coming!
Well, it looks like next episode though, she's like, her friend's like, knock yourself out of this. Yeah.
So Nick, okay, so I don't know if you know this, but Nick reads a lot, and he's like really smart.
He's a scholar.
He's got a really big brain.
Aristotle.
And he tells them all to look at the clock. The theory of time is subjective, meaning it's different for everyone. And so is love. We all get to experience love in our own unique way, and I am honored to have you join me in creating our version of that. And then did you catch Jennifer was like hyperventilating?
I honestly
like,
I think I fast forwarded through a lot of this too because I was like,
she was going. I was concerned that she was wheezing. Like there was an air passage that was being constricted. And then he's like, it's been an honor to get to know you, Danielle. Okay, now let's ask it. You be April, I'll be Jennifer. Okay. Danielle.
Will you marry
me? Will marry us?
Will you marry us? They were not in sync at all. It's like you had one
not
job.
even close.
Also,
exactly.
This is literally identical to Cody Brown asking Robin to marry him when Christine is 9 months pregnant because Jennifer is pregnant. But I do think
Jennifer's
that both women are into this.
Though. Yeah,
they're into it.
This is weird. So Danielle is like, really?
I love you.
I was shocked she was actually crying. Yeah. And so they do this really cool thing where instead of getting a diamond ring, they all do their birthstone.
Meaning they cheap.
So they get a blue sapphire from Kohl's. Yeah. And isn't that perfect
Kohl's,
that her
Claire's, honey.
Oh, yeah. But like the nicest stuff from Claire's.
It's the thought that counts. What's your birthstone? Mine is aquamarine.
Oh, that's right. You're March. Mine is June.
God, you just know that off the top of your head?
Well, because Pages is...
Okay,
yeah. Mine is June, and it can kind of change. Sometimes it's tanzanite, sometimes it's amethyst, sometimes it's pearl. It kind of depends where you look. June changes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Latrice, for having your cat hole in the camera. Okay, so yeah, her nail polish matches her stone. Oh, and she's like, "Oh, I love you guys so much." She's happy, but
You've
beyond
gone on
shocked.
4 dates.
Yeah, I don't like this. And Jennifer is like, "I'm really happy and excited." I know. She talks so weird. Like, it's painful for her to speak. And Danielle says, "It's scary." It's like, I'm so scared to be loved so much. It's like scary, you know? Oh, we know it is scary.
It's because you're 22.
Follow that gut feeling.
You should not be getting married yet, and certainly not to this.
Oh, God. Yeah, it is very scary. You should be. Listen to your gut here. And then they all cheer, the Davises.
The Davises.
Yay. Okay, Merfields. Okay. Large sister and Bert are
Large
walking.
Wife.
Oh, and large sister. She's also large sister.
Hand in hand.
And it's not just, I mean, it's...
What if I grabbed your hand when we walked down my hotel?
Yeah, it's like
what if I went for your hand?
It's a grip. It's not even like a, oh, we like linked arms, you know, like, oh, we're Laverne and Shirley. No, it's like a very loving, close, intimate handhold.
Right. So in which case, if they just came out and said, we also fuck, I'd be like, then all of this makes sense and I'm for it.
Same with the Davises.
Yes.
Like, just be upfront with it. Because it looks weirder you dancing around it.
Wait, which ones are the Davises? Oh, Guy Liner.
With April, Jennifer, and Nick.
Oh.
The ones that we just talked about.
Also Sidian.
Oh,
that
yeah.
One too.
Only if the females give full consent with Sidian.
I respect you as a woman.
Exactly. After they read like Jane Austen, some Wuthering Heights, and then they just get it on.
Sidian definitely owns like a feminist period t-shirt.
Oh, for sure. One of his favorite books is Little Women.
But, and he's totally for the idea that Jo is the lesbian.
Oh, because her name's Jo.
There's a lesbian in there. One of them is a lesbian, I think. Except his t-shirt that says feminist period would have like sleeves. It would look like Jerry's pirate shirt, but it would also say feminist period. Because he's got to add some pizzazz to it.
I think it's more of like a vintage rocker tee. Because then he could still wear his bracelets.
And
it says like, it really says like men at work, but he'll put like feminist at work or something.
Woman at work.
Oh, yeah.
He has a bracelet that says WWHCD. What would Hillary Clinton do? Okay.
Like you had explained to me, okay?
My nipples just got hard from that.
By the way, can you imagine how badly, I meant to say this last week, how badly his bracelets must stink? Because there's like yarn ones and there's leather. It's just like, oh, things are tied and ugh. It's just always wet.
I want to like wash my own arms just thinking about it.
Yeah. And take like a really hot hair dryer to them or something. Like give them a really good dry out. I mean, cut them all off first, but obviously. Okay, so back to the Merfields.
I can't believe that you caught on to the what would Hillary Clinton do thing, by the way, because that was
well, I saw outrageous. You thinking out like, okay, Hillary Rodham Clinton. And
I didn't put the R in there. That's one step up.
Oh, okay. Oh, he would not leave out the Rodham.
Oh, no, that's important.
Please. He's not going to put the man's last name first.
He would just have Hillary Rodham. Better. He wouldn't even put the C in there.
Nope. No. Well, the C would be for Chelsea.
What would Hillary Rodham Chelsea do?
I'm just saying.
You've gone one step too far now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Large sister and Bert are holding hands. Bert wants to have some quality time on the
Garrick
beach with large sister.
Garrick is just kind of walking behind them like derpa 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 derp.
So he walks off onto the beach to like cry at the sunset or something.
Wait, did you hear the translator? She's like, "Do you need me for this?" She legit said that. Wait, so do you...
She's like, seriously?
You want me to come?
God.
You want me to come with
you haven't learned anything. Nothing. Jeez. Okay, so Bert says, be sincere with me, please. You said you fought jealousy and you opened your heart, Danielle. Are you sure you're not just doing this for Garrick? And Danielle is like listening intently, and then when it's her turn to speak...
what Jody just said took about 25 minutes to actually be presented to us. Because between the translators...
Yeah, we have to hear the translator. Yeah. Danielle is perfectly fine until it's her turn to speak, and she's like, leaning in, super close, looking at her, and then she just goes, it was very hard.
Immediate crying.
Yeah. God,
Instant.
no. Bert, are you seeing this? She's not okay. She's not okay with this.
Are you liking Bert now? I feel like I like her. I feel like the Marifels had a little redemption this season, but that might just be because the Epps family is on.
I don't like Bert.
You think this is a scam?
I think Bert's... no, but I don't think she cares about Danielle like she's making it out to be.
Oh, yeah.
I think she is selfish, and I think she does want to be number one wife.
This was all to be like, I care about you. Also, don't date anyone else, by the way.
Exactly.
Like, that's where this is all going.
Exactly. I thought I was so special because I'm little wife. By the way, not little wife anymore. So she asked Danielle, why didn't you tell me? Okay, well, first of all, she don't speak the same language as you, so it's difficult. But Danielle instead goes, strong sister, and does like a power to the people. Did she catch it?
Strong it was like a Black Panther moment.
Strong sister.
Husband says, husband. Can you guys at least say Garrick to each other? Also, I love the nuance of the fact that when Bert says Garrick, it comes out as Garricky. Which is very like
Larissa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love
it. So Bert says, I've got to tell you that I would not do it if you didn't want it. To be honest, I was not comfortable with Garrick dating other women. And Danielle says, still? And then she tells us that Bert said that she couldn't come here because of her mom, but that she was okay with the dating thing, so maybe it was it. And that's when she's like, husband said you were comfortable with us dating. And Bert's like, no, I've always been uncomfortable. I came to you about it, but I had to accept that you were still going to date. And then somehow Danielle is the one who's apologizing over and over, saying that she has her back and she didn't want to make Bert think that she didn't care about her. And she is number one and they want to protect her heart. Meanwhile,
do you think that Garrick actually wants to date anyone else? Because he doesn't. He is clearly terrified of the one that Danielle brought in.
Oh, of Leah? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he just wants Bert and her boobies. Boing.
I think there might be something kind of lost here, is that Garrick really does just want Bert. He wants a little wife. But he's telling Danielle, like, yeah, I'm open to other wives too, because he doesn't want Danielle to know how special Bert is to him. Like, he's trying to make Danielle think, like, oh, yeah, she's a piece of the bigger puzzle, when really she's the piece.
By the way, how happy, like, internally happy, she'd never admit it, do you think Bert was, or Danielle was when she saw that Bert gained weight?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Bert still looks amazing. I mean...
Right. Well, she had to have. I mean, listen, she said I was dealing with insecurities. And, hey, her husband took Bert from behind in the shower the last time they all saw each other.
Oh, I don't think
she went to go brush her teeth.
He just flipped her over on the bed and like counted it out.
Jesus.
With his tiny little peen.
So yeah, she's gonna be a little insecure, especially when she's given the name large wife, large sister.
It's funny. It's a funny little joke. God. Which man on this cast do you think has the biggest peen? Steve?
Oh, God, I'm getting so grossed out thinking about this.
Definitely not Marcus.
Oh, it's like a baby.
Smallest. It's a baby.
I don't see Nick, no.
Actually, I think it's Sidian.
Ooh.
I think it's a shower.
If Sidian got to like a healthy BMI, maybe. But I
like
don't.
Got some color in his like
yeah. Like if he were not malnourished. But I think on Sidian, that's like the first place he loses it.
No, I think Sidian's got a big.
I think it might be Steve or Garrick. Garrick's pretty small though, so maybe Steve.
Oh, I don't think Garrick does at all.
So Steve.
Marcus is the smallest, then Garrick, then Nick.
Sid.
Steve and Nick, I feel, are pretty...
I think Steve might be packing.
I feel like Nick might be uncircumcised.
Not that it's gross. I just don't want to think about Nick, period.
It actually does feel better. It feels a little better. And Sidian's the most. Is that everyone? Did we miss someone?
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, well, let's get to this here because Danielle is like, okay, Garrick told me that Bert was cool with dating even after the whole Leah thing fell apart. But she's also thinking, well, okay, if Bert says that she's not really ready for another wife, but on the other hand, like, I wasn't necessarily ready. And if Garrick had listened to me about not being ready, Bert wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So Danielle's kind of like, well,
listen to what you just said, though, Danielle. But she says, if I had said something, then then Bert wouldn't be here. You need to hear what you just said.
Exactly.
Also, I like when she says, as if it's this big reveal. Well, when we went to Brazil last time, our first trip, it was difficult for me. And we're like, yeah, we watched the whole thing play out. Remember when they were hugging and the Miss Bert thing, and Danielle was on like a little bit of an elevated...
She was being pushed out, yeah.
But she was also on an elevated step, so she looked even larger.
Yeah.
Some rough stuff.
Okay, so Garrick asked Danielle why she's crying and why Bert's crying, and Danielle explains that Bert's having a tough time with them dating, and Garrick is like, but she needs to just like forget about the past stuff because it's not good in relationships to think about things that are in the past. Okay, cool theory, but that's not how life works.
Yeah, no, we have memories.
Everyone is living their past every single
Bert,
day.
And he's just like like they're having this intimate moment, and Danielle's just, he basically
standing there,
kicks Danielle out of the picture.
She doesn't matter. So Bert's now standing there. Okay, they get really deep here.
Oh, yeah.
New wife, I hear Garricky no love me.
And then he starts just petting her. Just lightly.
And I'm pretty sure he's crying,
petting, stroking, with Danielle right there.
And Bert goes, no problem with new wife, but now special moment for me.
And they're all like, oh, Bert. And then Garrick says,
okay, no problem. You special. I wait. Me, lately, feel God want that to wait till later. Okay?
So basically, let me translate that English for you. He's saying, okay, no problem. I'll wait because you're special to me. And, oh, hold on. Incoming message from God. Yeah, he wants me to wait.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till later. Are we good?
He didn't want me to wait when I met you, Bert.
Right.
But now he wants me to wait.
Yeah, I'll wait.
You have a problem with it. Yeah. Now I will.
Mm-hmm. Now it's yum yum time for breakfast.
Is that what they say?
They all go yum 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 yum. They're pointing to the plates, going yum yum. 3 grown adults yum yum.
You know Gilbert and Sullivan, obviously.
I was the sergeant of police.
There's a musical called The Mikado, which should really never be done unless it's an all-Asian cast, but I've definitely seen a production of it. With
no.
It's always done with, a fully white cast.
Speaking of Nathan For You in the caricature episode.
that was pretty funny, though.
Okay.
The main character woman's name is Yum Yum.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well... Yum yum for breakfast.
Now looking back at that, yeah. Yum yum for
Garrick
breakfast.
is mixing up some eggs. He just needs to put his nipples away before they go sit down and eat. Why is he always nipping out? Jesus.
Over those or something.
God, right? It's
like Andy Bernard when he's doing fun running. He goes, "It's happening."
Oh yeah. They're chafing. And like, could you pat down your bed head so your wife here, well, I guess his ex-wife, Danielle, like, she knows you're having sex, but could you just brush it down so she doesn't know what kind of a wild night you had? And then they go, look, phone, plane, tickets. And then Bert says, today? And they're all like, are you ready to come and live with us, Bert? And then Garrick just looks at her like, You know when he just looks? It's like he's like drooling and he just goes dead behind the eyes. And she says yes. And she's excited to get a one-way ticket, but her heart hurts because she's going to miss her mom. And Danielle and Garrick are so excited. They can't believe it. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. Can't believe that Bert's willing to make the sacrifices on her end to come home with us. Can't wait. Danielle, you don't want this.
Yeah.
You don't want it. Just admit it. It hasn't gone too far. You can still say no.
You can get out of this now. Or at least just divorce him and take him for all he's got.
They're already legally divorced, remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, then leave.
Yeah, you're in the house now. Or he can go up in that spare room and share
with the twin beds.
Yeah, with the twin beds up there. Okay, so now next week, Danielle says like something like that doesn't work. Her friend or something. Oh, sorry. I'm reading my notes here. I'm like, what the hell am I saying?
And she's saying
Danielle is talking to her friend, and she's like, yeah, I mean, like, Nick doesn't work. He doesn't bring $1 into this relationship.
Oh, I got so excited when she said that.
I think this is editing. I think she's saying, like, I'm not into him for, like, his money or anything. He doesn't work. He doesn't have money. Like, I'm in it because I love him. And the friend is like, yeah, I don't think she knows what she's getting into. She's being manipulated. Obviously.
Yeah.
Steve and Brenda wonder if April can be a good sister wife and a good parent. Good thing they're thinking about that now after they've introduced
also,
her to the children.
Your kids are grown, so it doesn't matter.
Your kids are not going to be around her. Don't worry.
They're the same age as her, so this is moot.
Right. Sidney and Natasha meet Ariel on FaceTime and bring their kids over. And they ask the kids, again, I think this is editing. They've done this before where they're like, wow, kids, do you think Ariel is nice? And you hear a kid go, nope. I think it's editing, whatever. Marcus, Taryn, and India, or Marcus and Taryn ask India, are you cool if we just like bring Bina and Janae in as wives at the same time?
And she says just
no.
one.
She's no. I gotta tell you right now. And now Bert asks Garrick. This is gonna. I'm so excited for this. They're all eating dinner with the translator, I believe.
Yum yum.
Yum. They're eating dinner. Yum yum. Bom dia. Yum yum. They're eating, and Bert asks if Garrick got intimate with anyone, and there's like darkness behind Bert's eyes.
Yeah.
Like her mask falls, and Garrick does his dumb face. He goes, no, there was no intimacy. And then Danielle's like, oh, like a kiss. Yeah, a kiss. And she goes, yeah, intimate. Kisses. No kisses, friends. Oof. Wow. Bert's not nice little wife anymore, is she?
Oh, no. She's
yeah,
Robin.
She's pissed. She's
like,
pissed.
There's no new wives coming in. No big or little wives.
She needs to be the last of it. So obviously, she's not going to go home with them, right? Is he willing to give up the dream that he sold Danielle for Bert?
Those boobies,
just the two wives. They're not that good, though. Not that good.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Hey, guys, check our links in the show notes for We Love to Hate TV. We got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode of Sister Wives, coming up on Total Request Podcast, like we said, an episode of A Nathan For You, and Top Chef.
Top Chef. I watched that whole season, Jody.
Oh, God, it's a good one. And
it's a really good season.
Go ahead, request to join our Facebook group. There's a link in the show notes for that. And anything else, Amanda?
No, I think that's it. You're all adults.
Bye-bye.